Her name's in the minutes now, so she can prove that she was here, so. Thank you very much. Set of minutes from previous, February 4th.
Good to know. Change, I have a motion to approve.
Second.
John? Sure. Mike?
Yes.
BJ?
Yes. Our second monthly meeting is, we set aside some time for reports at both meetings, and tonight we'll have a report from the Auburn Volunteer Fire Department and Chief John Phillips.
Thank you, PJ. Year-to-date calls, we've had 95 calls, up 6 from last year. We did have a bad motor vehicle accident yesterday with a fatality. Unfortunately, I was in the vehicle.
I knew her.
Is that right?
Auburn Road,
Over in Crackle?
down by Brown Machine Shop,
Okay.
just past my house, actually.
Yeah, I knew her. Her dad?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. We had Bainbridge, Troy, and Manaway come mutual aid. We were there for about 3 hours, and during that process, we had another call on top of that for a guy that fell down in the ice. We were a little busy. Unfortunately, bad news. Pancake breakfast is coming up this weekend on Sunday, the 24th, 8 to 12:30. $8 for adults, $6 for seniors, and $5 for kids. Hopefully you can make that. It's the only one we're gonna have this year. I'm gonna try cutting it down to one because it seems like the second Sunday, we're always banging against all the other ones. So we thought we'd stick with one and see how it works. That's it for my report. Any questions?
From the board, from the audience, any questions about fire? Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
We'll go on to some trustee reports. We'll start with John Everly.
First thing we have is our Mr. Zielinski from Troy called at the last minute and said he couldn't make it. But what they did is they called and asked us to plow Snow Road till for the remainder of the year here. Their plowing contract fell through somehow, and so we agreed to do that. We drew up a memorandum, or actually it's an addition to the existing memorandum of understanding. Each of you guys have a copy of that. And basically, we're going to just go ahead and plow this. It's a cost of $56.28 a round. And we'll just bill them at the end of the year. Then it's sometime here during the summer, I would recommend we'll have to review our agreement with them for the following year, since we do plow an entire extra mile and salt it on Shaw Road. So, you know, the price of salt keeps going up, starts to become significant. But right now, we're doing the existing contract, so.
This came up kind of sudden, is that right?
Yeah, whoever they had arrangements with, it went south, and so
Troy doesn't have their own plow truck and plow person, so they contract the services.
yeah.
Unlike us, who has our own equipment.
So basically, you know, I don't know if you guys have any issue with that. I can't imagine you would.
No, those are our residents, so,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
they're gonna be high and dry. I think part of the initial appeal from them was that we would take care of Stafford going east too, and I think I'm gonna put the kibosh to that, which, there's no residents there anyway.
No, we're just gonna use Snow
Just
Road.
snow.
So Emmerich did a nice breakdown on
Yeah,
how he's gonna handle that. So he had employee wages, he says he's gonna make an extra 15 minutes basically to do what we're doing on this. So he added benefits, overhead, standard rental rate for a truck. Road salt, he estimates, so $12.45 material, so he came up with $56.28 per push on that road, so it'll just be however many times they come out and take care
Every
of
time
it.
we do it.
Now, yeah, John, and I don't mean to be asking you all these questions because I was hoping Ken would be here tonight, he'd be getting them, but this starts March 1st, or is this starting now?
March 1st.
March 1st, so this contractor's still on the job until March 1st.
We're gonna, they're meeting tomorrow night, and so hopefully we get this signed tonight. And they'll sign it tomorrow night, and it'll be effective on Monday.
Yeah, well, it's gotta be done, it's just, it's curious
Yeah.
that the guy would need.
And for next year, they're thinking about doing something wild and crazy, like buying a plow truck.
I don't think so, but,
Yeah.
you know, that's just, hey, we need to work with our neighbors, you know, that's just what it is, and so. And if not, I'll make a motion that we enter into this agreement extension with Troy Township.
Second.
Actually, this needs to be stapled onto it. Right, we got that sheet to have it stapled onto it.
With the rates?
Yeah.
No, I need that
Pass
actually.
that on down. Call it addendum A.
John,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
TJ?
Yes.
Other than that, everything's running pretty well. We did some cold patching here the other day. We put down about 8 tons. We used the hot box. Really helped a lot because it was quite cold out while we're doing it. Even though it's cold mix, it helps if you can get a little bit
Exactly
flowable,
pliable.
a bit pliable. And so in true form, that fourth-hand hot box that we picked up seems to be, the guys did some rigging on it, and seems to be working pretty well. You're able to pull it with the pickup truck, so that I could send all 4 guys out with this thing, and so now it's a lot safer because you do have you have guys, these two guys shoveling, 1 guy for traffic, the guy driving, and actually at some points we had 3 guys shoveling, and it just really makes that job a whole lot easier. Plus, we did put a bunch of flashers and whatnot on the truck, which Otarma had asked us to do. And we're also gonna, you'll see something when we get some downtime here, we're gonna go ahead and put those, a set of strobes on the hot box. It'd be nice if some of the residents could just slow down a little bit. It's very dangerous doing that job. So, other than that, the equipment's running pretty well. We did finally, we got the Lee truck back. Seems to be running. We had to put 2 new injectors in it. And it seems to be running pretty well. And we're waiting for a early spring. That's all I have.
Okay. Michael? Okay.
Well, somebody has to run that. Does that have the schedule with it?
What?
Does that have that schedule on it?
Yeah, he had it.
Yeah, he's gonna text that.
Here, should go with it.
Okay. On Sunday, along with our pancake breakfast, we'll be having World Thinking Day for the Girl Scouts. and that's gonna be at Timmins. And basically each of the troops gets a country they represent, and they sell food from the country and trinkets and things like that. It's a fundraiser. But that's also the day where they have the Court of Awards ceremony for the bronze, silver, and gold recipients. And the recipients this year for the gonna be 3 gold awards, 12 silver, and 18 bronze. Emily Ann Rolfe Cronin, Jessica Sundrath, and Miss Sarah Eshelman be getting gold awards. Allison Vickers, silver award. Troop 1146, silver award, and Troop 71307, and Troop 71291 for bronze awards. So it's open to the public, if anyone would want to go down there just to support the troops, and I'll be down there to recognize the girls, and we'll be taking down some proclamations from the Board of Trustees. That's all I have.
You, me or you, Fred?
I can do it. Have your regular reports in front of you. Revenue status report, fund status report, and appropriation status report to date. Also a payment listing of the warrants in front of you for signature. Warrants number 5029 through 5048, totaling $258,060.90. Of note would be warrant 5038 to Auburn Volunteer Fire Department for $232,000, representing our first payment on our 2019 fire department contract. We have a couple of resolutions for supplemental appropriations. First resolution is Resolution 2019-7 for supplemental appropriations. I'll read it into the record. Be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Geauga County, Ohio, that the following supplemental appropriations are necessary to pay for mowing and fertilization at the Auburn Community Park, $12,526.88. The general fund account, $1,693.60, contracted services.
Roll smoothly that one.
Second?
John?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Second resolution is Resolution 2019-8 for supplemental appropriations, and this is to pay for healthcare premiums. Be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Geauga County, Ohio, that the following supplemental appropriations are necessary to pay for healthcare premiums: $5,000 to general fund account 1,110,221 medical hospitalization.
So moved.
Second.
John?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
That's all that I have.
We have some, can I see some cemetery deeds here? Yes.
Yes.
The rest of these are all proclamations for the scouts.
We have a resolution for NOPEC
Yeah, that's on the agenda.
and,
Okay.
JFD.
Yeah, okay, I have just a few things here. One is you got something in the mailboxes from, about the Phase 2, NPDES permit thing. We're obviously back in that, as we talked about earlier. The county engineer is going to be coordinating that for all applicable townships though this year, so I think we're in pretty good stead, because Joe will run that the right way, and we'll all be on doing the same program. Chagrin River Watershed Partners, we are to have designees for that. Director. That doesn't sound, well, they must have changed our terms somehow, but, I guess they're calling our appointees directors now. We used to be called, I think, trustees. Okay.
Thanks, yeah.
I guess. Last year that was me and then Michael. And, you want to just continue with that? Is that all right? I already made some phone calls with them because the other thing they notified us of is the possibility of a grant application as we did last year through Nature Works for, well, we were chasing a building last year at the park. One thing that our application came up short there, we did not have enough input from the public in regards to the need or want of the township for doing this structure, even though we've been talking about it since we obtained that land. We have collected some of that. I think we're gonna be in a little stronger position this year with this application, at least in that part. Of course, the other part is new construction doesn't score as high as a replacement. And that's another place, but you know, that's out of our control. And the other thing is the most recent grant you got, if you received a grant recently through Nature Works, that kind of lowered your score just a bit there too. And of course, we had just received that for the playground equipment up there. So we should be a little better. You know, are we gonna make it to the top of the list? I have no idea, but I think we're gonna make that application again through Alicia Beatty at Watershed Partners. Just a personal note, Diane Ryder, who's a friend of the township, she's been coming to these meetings and recording our doings for the Maple Leaf for a long time. Lost her mom, which we've talked about before, 99 years and 3 months. So, sympathies, painting. Okay, we'll go into old business, and there is a resolution here to enable us to accept grants through NOPEC for this calendar year. See, we're a member, I'm just going to synopsis this here. We're a member of NOPEC, and we're eligible for one or more NOPEC grants. Entered into a grant agreement with NOPEC on July 2nd of 18. Township wishes to receive one or more NOPEC grants for 2019. Therefore, be it resolved that finds and determines in the best interest of the township to accept these grants for this calendar year. Finds and determines all formal actions of board concerning and relating to adoption of this resolution are taken in an open meeting. And resolution is declared to be an emergency measure necessary for immediate preservation of public health, safety, and welfare of the township. This resolution shall be in full force and effective immediately upon its adoption and approval by the President of the Board of Trustees. So I'm going to make a motion that we accept that resolution.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes, is the original over here.
Yes.
It's just one signature, it looks like, huh?
Yeah.
One signature 3 times. Okay. The property maintenance agreement, that's lawn mowing and flower bed maintenance and. You've been with JFD now for quite some time. How long do you think? Thinking at least 10.
Could be here.
Has not been, other than the stuff we have added and the properties we've added, there has not been an increase in this contract since we started with them. Until this year. This looks like approximately 5%, maybe a little short, not quite 5%, because the fertilizing these, the grass and everything out here is new. But on a total of $38,000, it's about a $1,600 increase.
I think they've done an excellent job for us.
Yeah, I think we should note in the minutes that there was an increase though, so just point of reference like we do with certain things. No, and I agree, they've done an excellent job, they're local and they're real responsive, and they go out, they do some out of the way stuff like helping design the Christmas lights we had on the lighting out here. So, yeah, I think it's a good contract, a good contractor. And I'll make a motion to continue with JFD for 2019 maintenance.
Second.
John?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Do you want to do a separate motion for the bag maintenance? It's just
Yeah.
2 agreements.
Yeah. The total of all these, between the two, and yeah, they are separate agreements, really. For lawn maintenance and flower bed maintenance is a total of $38,652.02. But they are separate contracts. So I will make a motion that we enter into agreement with JFD for flower bed maintenance for 2019-2020 seasons.
Second.
John?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes. Let's see, we discussed the Nature Works grant, there'll be more to come, and we'll see if we can get Alicia out here quarterly enough on the docket. I don't think that's due until May. And Mike, you went over the Girl Scout ceremony. So that does get us already to the end of the meeting. And any public comment?
Yes, Fred, I appreciate an explanation on loans 5036 for $513.50 and 5047 for $425.
Okay, 5036, that is to reimburse Medicare premiums paid by our employees.
Is that
And,
something new?
no,
Okay,
that's something that's been our policy, so anyone over 65, mandatory, they go on Medicare and we do reimburse for the premium.
okay, how long has that been going on then with one of our individuals?
That's always been our policy, to reimburse for premium.
Oh, okay, but no one has qualified before.
I think last year was the first year,
Let's go back over that.
couple of years. Sometimes we reimburse the employee directly, and sometimes we pay the bill directly,
Okay,
depending on what they want to do. The Minuteman Press, that was the other one you asked about, is that correct? That was for the printing of receipt books for the fiscal office and the zoning office.
yeah. I understand those are difficult to come by these days.
We did have some difficulty getting those printed.
Okay, so this is a regular source then, on class?
That's our news source.
Okay,
We were using Excel printing.
okay, thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Nothing at all?
Once, going twice. Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
John?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.